Warning. Don't dare to watch it alone.
When I was in high school in China, my friend Yang was famous for claiming that he could see or feel ghosts. However, only few students believed Yang's ability because there was no way to prove it. When students asked Yang to prove it, Yang always made an excuse by emphasizing real ghosts rarely meddle with human business, and we should not meddle with them also. There was an incident that made students believe Yang's ability. Yang and I lived in the same village, and there was a small mountain near my residence. Inside the mountain, there was a 2-story cabin. The cabin was exposed so you could see from the apartment. One day, there has been a constant report from village people, especially those who climb the mountain at night, that they hear a small sawing sound, or metal clinging sound at midnight. The sound seems to be coming from the cabin. The cabin, however, no person has ever lived there, and the police also concluded that there has been no human trace after investigation. Therefore, it was the ghost who was making the sound. That was our conclusion. We were high school students, we were young and we didn't know fear. To us, a horror story was at the same time an interesting event. Hey Yang. Let's go to the cabin this Saturday. Show us your ability. I believed Yang would neglect their offer. He always claimed people should not meddle with the real ghost. Surprisingly, Yang accepted their offer. Alright guys. Let's do it. Seriously? We meet on Saturday, midnight, in front of the mountain entrance. On Saturday night, 6 brave students, including Yang and I, gathered in front of the mountain entrance. Yang was leading the team. Alright squad, are you ready? Yang was kind of weird today. Was he such a talkative type? Maybe he believed his talisman necklace. Anyway, we marched inside the mountain, at the midnight, to hunt down the cabin ghost. After 30 minutes of walk, we could see the cabin, inside the forest. Suddenly, everybody stopped walking. It was the sound. It was like a sawing sound, metal abrased to the wood or something. The sound was not loud. It was small, gentle. The whole team was terrified by the sound. I looked at Yang. He looked seriously nervous. From here, watch your footstep. We shouldn't make any noise. As we approached the cabin, the sawing sound from the cabin became more clear. Finally, we were at the front door. Yang slowly opened the door. Hey Yang. Is it okay to go inside? I don't want to get cursed. I'm okay. Yang and I slowly walked into the cabin. The cabin was so dark, it was darker than black. The gentle sawing sound was coming from a deep, deep place. Yang turned and looked around the cabin. I don't get it, why? Yang murmured. What's it, Yang? What does the ghost say? Shh. One of the classmates outside stepped on a piece of rotten wood and made a loud sound. Suddenly, the sawing sound stopped. Yang screamed. Run. I didn't know Yang could run so fast. Everyone was terrified and followed Yang, who was running at his full speed. He didn't stop until he arrived at the front entrance of the mountain. Parents and teachers were waiting for us at the entrance. They were angry. Yang, who lost his mind, collapsed in front of them. What is it, Yang? Explain to us. Yang. Did the ghost curse you? Papa, Yang can see the ghost and we went up to the mountain to see the cabin ghost. Yang, tell us about the cabin ghost. Was it frightening? No. There was no ghost at the cabin. The cabin wasn't haunted. I couldn't feel anything creepy from outside. That was the reason I accepted to come here at the first place, and there was no ghost inside the cabin either. There is no ghost here. Then why did you ran? Because it was not the ghost. What do you mean? Why and what would you cut something with a saw inside the abandoned cabin at 1 a.m. after midnight? No one could say a word. The next day, the police did a second investigation and found out a passageway leads to the secret room inside the cabin. There was lots of blood in there, and it turned out that the room was used by a serial killer to cut the victim's dead body.